Then 1, runway 15 left, cleared for takeoff.
Alright, nice outside.
15 left, cleared for takeoff.
All gauges are green, fuel's good, car's good, no
good.
warning light. Flight power, helicopter 5 Uniform Papa, Whiskey ready for departure.
Helicopter 555, Uniform Papa, Long Island Tower, remain west of runway 15 right at all times, at or below 600 for now. Whiskey pad cleared for takeoff on a 240 heading.
Alright, 5 Uniform Papa on a 240, below 600, remain west of 15 right at all times, 5 Uniform Papa. Alright, so now it's nice.
145 Hotel Foxtrot,
Nice,
turn base,
slow.
change to runway
Nice
15 left.
Because we're pushing through transitional lift and traverse flow effect. That means it wants to swirl you around.
Clear track 1037, if you have it, turn right there at Bravo 3, contact ground.
And then ETL's about 40 knots. Two-way's nice and smooth, see where it wants to go. Yeah, so you don't get the swirl, the little dip. 40 knots. 45 knots.
145 Hotel Foxtrot, roger, change to runway 15 right,
So keep
runway 15 right, clear to land.
15 right, clear to land.
I'm going to turn on ahead.
ISO Power Piper 935 Delta Echo, going to left downwind, runway 15 left.
Right there.
5 Delta Echo, extend downwind.
Now we want to keep it above 50 knots.
Or 777-1, radar contact, say altitude.
Currently at 800.
Do I have to pick up a little bit more?
Excuse me?
You say you want to keep it at 50 knots, right?
Yeah, above 50, yes. Yep.
Brookhaven approved, at or below 1,400.
There we go. You just want to keep it a little bit to the right, to 2-4. We don't want to drift because they have the big planes coming
For
in.
track 456, traffic is a Skyhawk turn on a 2-mile final for the parallel runway. Runway 15 left, clear touch and go, left traffic on the go.
Looking for that traffic, number 1, clear touch and go, 15 left on the go, left traffic.
Now keep positive control. Positive control, got it.
92 Hotel Foxtrot, extend down when I'll call your base.
And just keep us like this.
Downwind, you'll call that base number 9
Perfect.
Helicopter 5, Uniform Papa, radar contact, say altitude.
5 Uniform Papa, 4.
Oh, I'm following.
Helicopter 5, Uniform Papa, fly heading of 240, at or below 1,400.
5 Uniform Papa, heading 240, below 1,400. Alright, so up now.
92 Hotel Foxtrot, full stop this one.
So you are number 2, following the Archer at your 11 o'clock in the 2 mile
we have to get a little left
runway
power.
15 left, number 2, clear touch and go.
Perfect.
Left base, clear touch and go, 5 Delta Echo.
Or 5 Delta Echo, you're following the traffic in the left base. They're at your 10 o'clock now, just about to beam you on your left. You have them in sight, 700 feet.
Good, perfect.
5 Delta Echo.
Nice. Right. So let's get our climb in.
92 Hotel Foxtrot, 1, full stop this one.
But we got a better climb.
902 Hotel
just a little bit
Foxtrot,
forward,
roger.
right.
You're number 2, following Skyhawk short final. Runway 15 right, clear to land. Traffic is a Archer, turn in a 2-mile final for the parallel runway.
15 right, clear to land, November 92 Hotel Foxtrot.
So we got plenty of power, so I'm going to pull in a little more power. And just a tiny bit to the right, yeah, good.
Okay.
You got it. All coming back quick. Sure.
Slowly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just finding like the sweet spots for everything. That it feels comfortable.
Or 145 Hotel Foxtrot, if you have Bravo 1, turn right there and
So just watch our
ground.
drift to the right.
Ground 15.
Yeah, I feel drifting.
Yeah, it's just, it's where you're holding your arm. That's it. You just come back a little bit.
Echo, additional traffic at your
Yeah, everybody does that.
Skyhawk in a 2-mile right base parallel.
Well, don't think anything of it. Yeah, everybody does same thing. But you see how easy it is?
Hotel Foxtrot traffic at your 12 o'clock in a mile to Archer and 2-mile left base for the parallel.
We got a nice time, so let's just keep forward cycling so we don't lead off too much airspeed.
Long Island Tower, runway 15 right, cleared for takeoff, make right
I feel like
traffic.
I'm forgetting everything. Oh.
Or 136 Hotel Foxtrot, Long Island Tower, runway 15 right, cleared for takeoff, make right traffic.
Make right traffic, 15 right, clear for takeoff, 136 Hotel
Yeah, it's pretty hazy, so it's hard to see. So let's go to the right a little bit.
Radar service terminates, 12 VFR, frequency change approved.
Just a tiny
Yeah,
bit.
VFR, thanks for your help. Have a
Because
good day.
they have the big planes that go into 6 and 2-4, so
okay.
that's Southwest and JetBlue, so we just stay a little bit of right of it, so we're not an issue. Even though they're using 1533. Yeah, so it's almost getting up there.
For 5 Delta Echo after this landing, we're touching over.
And you know, they always told you to pick something out in the distance.
Yeah,
what you want to do,
That was me.
try to do it, but it's not always that easy.
Or 5 Delta Echo on the go, fly
Just
runway
don't get
heading at or below
hyper-focused on the
1,400.
instruments. That's it.
Yeah.
All right, so we're coming to 1,000 feet. We still have a climb in, so I'm going to get my climb a little bit past 1,000. So I want to push forward. You know, when you push forward, the nose goes down.
Yeah.
So then we just drop down to the 1,000. So let's hold on for 1 second. Let's just get a little bit higher. Makes it a little less having to over control. Yeah, about right there. Now just forward cycling, nice and easy. And then you just tiny adjustments to the collective to keep us a little bit, get us 65. Just a little bit faster. Then eyes back outside and we recheck again. You know, when you push your nose, we're going to descend a little, so we'll just drop down to the 1,000. That's why I always go past the altitude I want, so then I get my airspeed and then it drops right. Drops right. I just catch it with the collective before I go below.
Okay.
And then makes it so you don't overcorrect. It makes it much easier. Right, so all our gauges are still in the green. Feels good, comfortable good. We have no warning lights. I'm going to go some tiny bit of coffee. It's not. Alright, so there's towers out here, so let's just be mindful of them. And they should clear us anyway.
R22 Hotel Foxtrot right there, Bravo 2, contact ground. Helicopter 555, Uniform Papa, radar service terminated, swap VFR, frequency change approved.
Alright, 5 VFR, swap VFR. I'm going to turn him down. We don't need to listen to him too much. Alright, so there's antennas out here. I don't see them at the moment, so let's just cut over to our left. And they have like terrible lighting on it. You see it too. So 5 miles out is the Central Islip Court building right here.
Okay.
So we'll just head over towards the shore right now. We're good, so I'll check on left. We're checking right, we're clear. But visibility's pretty low, so we shouldn't have too many fixed wing out here.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 or 2, but we'll be over there, so we'll be fine.
That
nice.
way?
Yep,
Left,
so,
right?
no, keep us straight.
Oh, keep
and
it straight.
like
okay.
65 knots, please.
Okay.
How's it feel?
Good. Coming back. Slowly coming back.
Yeah, it's that.
It reminds me of the first time I did it.
Smile.
Thank you.
Alright, so yeah, you guys 65 knots? Perfect. Alright, we're still clear of that first. That's why I don't expect too many planes. Like on Saturday, it was just like a billion of them. Oh, see, here's the antennas right underneath us. I didn't even see it.
Oh, I see it, yeah.
So we fly over the top of the tallest one. But you see there's like 1 or 2 lights on it and barely see.
Yeah.
If we were, 200 feet lower, we would be running into
We'll
that.
be really close, yeah.
So I always fly over the top of them because there'll never be wires over them. There'll be safety wires come from the side. So that's why whenever you have poles or wires and stuff, over the top. That's the safest thing for you. It's the same thing. I mean, you're piloting, so if you see something, birds, a plane, anything,
pull it out.
Pull it out. Yeah, don't be afraid. Don't be anything. And if you're uncomfortable, you need a break for a second, just say, I need a break.
Okay.
No worries.
I always forgot, like how when you lift the collective up, you lose altitude, so you have to compensate with the cycling.
Yes.
So you kind of have to keep in mind of both one over the other one too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's working in concert with both of them.
Yeah, yeah.
A trick you could do is you can just use the collective fluctuate, like 65. So if I want us to climb and slow up, I'll just come back a little bit. I'm not even really touching the collective. And that works. You do it nice and slow and easy, and say I want 60, now I just come back forwards, and it'll bring the helicopter back down. So you can control like minimal quick movements, just the cycling. You don't need to do both.
Okay.
But the best is you get everything set. You're going to have to use both, obviously.
Yeah.
But once they're both set, just nice, easy inputs, and it's very minimal things. So what I was going to so fine, like 65. I know with this helicopter it's like 60 knots. It's almost like the sweet spot.
Yeah.
But we like to keep it about 65. Heaven forbid we lose the engine or whatever to auto to get back our air speed. We don't want to be at 40 knots and have to fight and not have the time. Yeah. And as I said, private pilot and student stuff, most important thing flying is safety. So when we fly anywhere, we fly over roads. Like we'll fly right along the shoreline, we won't be over water. When we go over by the bridge, we're going to fly over the top of the bridge for safety. So having bridge you lose your engine, you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Whenever you make any kind of turns or anything, it's always, you clear the area. So I'm looking left. So left is clear. I don't know if anyone behind me. Always clear, right is clear.
Right.
And then I check my gauges. All my gauges are in the green, fuel good, car temperature good, amps, oil pressure good, no warning lights. Just everything, constantly check. Like, I don't know, when you drive your car and you always look down at the gauges.
Yeah.
Just like that with the helicopter, same thing. Yeah, perfect.
You learn to feel for it.
Yeah,
too.
exactly. Well, I was explaining to
Joshua.
Dad every time we were slowing up, you could hear the blade flap and this and that. He said you could feel it and hear it. You could sense it outside. Let's go a little closer to the shore over here. I'll do an auto up here. Right, so you hear the little blade flaps, all right, just give it a tight forward cyclic. And just pull up the collective a little bit so we don't descend too much. And we have the power, so it's fine. So once we get the marsh over there, I'm going to do an auto. So you stay on with me, so I'm just going to come up to 65 knots.
Okay.
A little bit, so stay on with me.
I'm on.
So we clear right. We clear forward, we clear left, we clear
right.
below, down in front of us, everything's secure in the ship. So 65 knots, wait to get a little closer. I'm not going to go down all the way to the ground, I just, you get the feel again. Alright, so I know I'm descending, slowing on. You hear the blade flap, come back up, straight level. Alright, once more. Up here, everything's still good, nothing's changed. Everything's still secure outside. I know the winds are coming from this way, so we're still generally into the wind. Just want to make sure we pass this canal. Little trees there. Alright, a little bit forward. Alright, so I enter an auto in 3, 2, 1. So a lower collective, roll off, right pedal. So now we're establishing the airspeed. So I want to come back to 65 and I'm watching the RPM and trim. So I'll keep it 65. So your RPM, the needle went up a little, so I'll just raise it. You see how it drops it down? If I lower it, it'll bring it back up. But we want to keep it at the bottom of the green. We keep it in trim, nice and easy, keep our airspeed. See, nice and easy, so if it's dropping a little. When you speed up, it drops. When you slow up, the RPM comes up. So we're getting a little closer. So I'm going to start rolling on anyway. 80%. I'll let the governor take over. And I'll come down and just do a gentle flare. That's back good. So we're just doing a nicer flare. We go flare, 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 flare. That means the belts are just tightening. That's fine. Flare, 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 flare. Then we level off. And that would be an auto rotation. You would do a little bit closer to the ground for training.
Yeah.
But at first, when we start doing it, that's exactly what you do. You recover, about 40 feet in the air.
Okay.
And then you work your way down. So I got the birds here, so I don't want them to take it off in front of me, so I'll just come out here to the right a little bit, and back to the right. Forward cycling, and let's get back our airspeed, but just like, almost like taking off. So get 45, 50 knots, wait for the power to drop. See power drop, so I can come back a little air cycling. See how it drops up?
Yeah.
And we just get a little forward to keep it from slowing up too much. Right there, that's perfect. Nice and easy. Let me lower this a little bit. Excuse me. And now we're going to follow the shoreline and the bridge to the other side. Is it scary when you do the auto? How'd it feel?
This is the first time I did
you didn't know.
auto rotate. Yeah.
It's not that bad. Cool,
No,
right?
it's not. It's actually pretty cool to see the systems.
Yeah. There's a flag down there, so I know the winds are coming from this way.
No, that's smart.
So that's whenever you fly, you're always looking to see where the wind's from. So I'm always looking for flags outside schools, along the water, here, this, and that. Also, at the same time, we have a GPS. So that shows almost 37 knots and 45 knots headwind. So that's showing we have a headwind.
Okay.
So it's showing, about a 7-knot headwind? So that's, if you don't have anything on here, you can look at the water, sometimes you see the white caps coming at you. Stuff, but look for flags, that's the best thing. But you can't always trust the flags because the winds are sometimes different at altitude, 1,000 feet, and down on the ground.
Makes sense.
So let's get our airspeed back. And that's more just in case the engine stopped here, I need enough forward airspeed to be able to flare the touchdown. Because if we're going too slow, we're just going to drop like a rock. So let's get our altitude. Let me slow up a little. Perfect. All right, so we're clear left. We're clear right. And forward. And all our gauges and everything are still good. That's perfect. So just keep us till at 55, 60. Good.
Okay.
I'll keep our climbing. Let's see over the bridge. Wave to all the people down there going to the beach. On Saturday, the line of cars was all the way back to this side.
I imagine.
It was like the first nice Saturday forever. And it didn't rain to Sunday. It had to rain one day, but...
Our summer has been scammed away from us.
Since like last October, November, the weather has just been horrendous.
Yeah.
It's either hurricane winds or raining.
Yeah.
It's just horrible. So the weather gods hate me. I've canceled more flights than I've had because of the weather.
Yeah. I can imagine how crazy it is when the weather just gets nice.
Yeah, when it's nice, like Saturday, there's a billion people out, and that's hard because with the tower, they get too overwhelmed, and we're like last priority for them, so sometimes you're sitting there and like, I feel bad for students because this just, you see your money just like burning away. It's like, let me go, let me fly, let me do something.
Yeah.
So you know what helicopters, we're all about like either checklists or acronyms. And acronyms I use for when we fly out of airport. There's acronyms for everything, like what you have to have in your helicopter, you know, goal or arrow or this and that. For out of airport landings, I do at wheel. At wheel I do is area, terrains, winds, hazards, entry, exit, landing spot. Alright, so our area, we're going to go to the island out over there, so that'll be our area. So we'll go out to the road over there and just follow out the area. So area would be the island out there. Terrain, I know there's trees, there's bushes, there's some sand. Winds, we saw the winds over there. We knew the winds were coming from that direction. About, I mean, they're not really coming from the dead north. I would say almost like the 210 heading. So we'll do that. So that were our winds. But down here, I think this flag, so we can check flags again. And then we'll check this. So I see 60 knots. 65 knots, so we know the winds are coming directly from 210 for us. So winds, then H for hazards. Hazards means in our landing spot or around that area, is there any people, is there any animals, is there wires, is there anything that could be zombies? There could be zombies down there. So we don't want to land into zombies. So we check that. Then we decide our entry. So we'll be coming from the northeast, and we're going southeast, and our landing spot is what we pick out over there. So we'll come down, and once we get closer, we'll do 600-foot recon, where we sit our feet, we keep it off our shoulder where our landing spot is, and we just fly around, make sure it's clear and everything, and we set up to come back in. So once we get a little closer, we can get down to 600 feet, and that's where we will do it from. You understand patterns. It's like upwind, crosswind, downwind, base, and final.
Yeah.
Alright, so then we know when we come around for our downwind, we raise our car peak, we check all our gauges once last time, then we turn our base, and then our final in. So I'm looking down along here too, the flags. Nice. So we're still clear forward. We're still clear left, no one's coming behind us, and I don't see anyone
coming out.
Right.
There's one on the top, on the plane on the right top.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're going to Newark or LaGuardia, Newark or Kennedy. Perfect. Nice. Straight level.
Yeah.
Nice airspeed. Perfect. I got the flag. So I actually see the flag right there. It's coming this way, so maybe we're heading towards S to the south. Was it 70 or 190? Alright, so I'm going to raise our car, excuse me, and just come down a little. I bumped you, I apologize. I mean, you know,
no, you're good.
You know how tight it is in here and stuff. No offense, I'm sorry. So we just keep it at 60 knots. And we launch. About 600 feet. I'll load just a hair. Perfect. So you keep your eyes outside, you're looking around, quickly check back in, but eyes back outside. It's like 90% outside, 10 inside, especially during the daytime. Generally much more traffic occurs, it's something you gotta be aware of. So that's perfect. 600 feet. So our landing spot, is that sand right there in the middle of the green right there. So if we came in this way, so it would be upwind, cross, so we're on a crosswind and we're turning a downwind. So I'm looking down. I don't see any people or anything out there at the moment. I see boats around, but no one where our landing spot is. So let's just keep it a little forward. So we are over here. There's all the clammers that are over here. There's my boat right there. I can do a little engine work on it, I guess.
You do the land and the sea. You fly and you boat.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to pull our car feet up. So car feet's up. All our gauges are green. Fuel is good. Car's good. No warning light. So we're checking our spot. Spot still looks good.
Yeah.
Nice and easy. We can start slowly. We'll stay at 500 before we turn our base into final. We won't go below 500. We'll keep it above about 55, 60. So just a little left pedal. I'll deal with that. So we just want a nice, easy, smooth descent in. All the boats, there was jet skis out here before. Oh, there's some over here now. Yeah, blade flaps, so just lower the collective a little bit.
So you're going to that one or this one?
No, that one right there, you see?
That one right there.
Yeah, so when you're circling out of airport, you want to just keep it open shoulder. You want to lose sight of it. And you want to try to keep enough altitude because, say, in the middle of a forest, like when I did my CFI check ride out of airport, like below like 500 feet, I couldn't see my spot anymore because it was just such a small spot in a dense like area.
Okay.
So you want to try to stay as close as possible. But to make it easy, sorry, we're still clear left. We're clear forward, clear right.
Clear right,
yeah. Alright, so when it comes down about 400 feet, keep it above 50 knots. So we get a nice feel.
We're losing.
So there's the spot. So we're going to start turning off final.
Okay.
Nice and slow, nice and easy. Keep the airspeed nice. We got a nice, slow, easy 200-300 foot descent rate. When I get closer to like about 200 feet, I'll double check to make sure it's a go or no go. If I don't like it, something doesn't feel good, just fly away. It's no big worries. It's not worth doing something, you know, hurting yourself or crashing or whatever. It's not comfortable. So I feel like maybe at the edge of a little slow, so I won't slope anymore from here. They come in nice and easy. Perfect. Now I know I got trees at this end and there's some bushes.
Yeah.
So we just gotta make sure we clear that with our tail rotor. So I'm coming down a hair more. Perfect. And then at this point, we don't look at instruments anymore. It's all by feel, by sight and stuff.
Okay.
Alright. So probably once we get a little closer, I'll just start slowing up and then just lower the collectors to slow up. The nose wants to come up on us. So yeah, we're still a little high. That's fine.
Yeah.
So we'll drop.
But we're going to clear everything though.
Yes, yep. That's most important. But once we get in here, because this is a bowl shape, we lose like any wind, ETL, effective transitional lift, so it generally uses a lot more power. And I know because I've flown in here a million times, but that's, you just think of that, oh, I might lose wind or anything to help you. But you see, perfect. Coming nice and in. We start full power, so we know we can give a tiny bit of left pedal. Keep forward cycling, because we want to keep a level. Come to a stable hover. Left pedal, left pedal. Stable hover, and then put down nice and easy. Nice and easy. Oh, smooth as butter. That was nice, right?
Yes.
All right,
I couldn't get the pedal, but...
No, that's fine. Yeah, I understood. That's how I got the pedals. There's obviously a couple different ways to get out of here. Either we do a max performance takeoff, we take straight up, but it's too hot, too humid, we won't have enough power.
Okay,
also, we can turn around and go back and do a regular takeoff like you would if you have enough room. If you don't have enough room, you don't have enough power for takeoff, it's called a circling climb, where you're transferring forward airspeed for power. So I'll show you what we do for that.
Okay.
I like doing this the best. Everybody loves this too. Because it's cool. So, eyes outside, left pedal, so you get light, come back, adjust everything. Alright, so my tail rotor's clear, so I'm going to drift over to the right. Whenever you taxi, you drift, you don't really want to go sideways, you want to go with wherever the nose is heading, because if I'm too low, the skid, if I'm going sideways, I can flip the helicopter over. The worst thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the skids in and I'll land flat and level.
Okay.
You know, everyone likes to do, sometimes I'll wind up doing, like this, nice sideways, but if I'm too low, I can wind up hitting something. So it's better to be safe than sorry. All right, so we're going to do almost like a takeoff, but it's a circling climb, where you're transferring, like I said, airspeed for power.
Okay.
And I'll show you when we get it. So we'll start off nice and slow, like a regular takeoff. Get some altitude. Come around, now we'll push through. That's the traverse flow effect. Keep going, I want to go into the trees. We get the slight dip. You see the airspeed?
Yeah.
And watch the power drop. You see how the power dropped?
Yes.
Now come around back into the wind. Straight. Straight up like that.
Wow, okay.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's awesome.
So do stuff like that, it's much more fun.
You definitely have a feeling for it at that point, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Good control.
Yeah, it's just keeping the airspeed, and once you see the airspeed drop down, now you know you have plenty of aft cyclic to bounce you right up. As long as, and you see, if we didn't have enough length, that would be perfect. You just circle, you're just building up the airspeed. Give yourself more power. So I'll get our climb back in, fly over my boat.
Thinking.
All right, we come over to the left. All right, so right is clear, left is clear.
Right is clear.
And I know the winds are coming this way, so actually I want to show you another auto rotation where you get us up to 800 feet, so just stay on with it. And I want to show you out of trim. So when you're talking about the pitot tube, so the pitot tube gives us our airspeeds, especially when we're into it. So when you kick, you have an auto rotation, and my spot is like right in front of me, and I don't have enough height or forward airspeed to make a turn back in a 180 or 360. Let me get my airspeed back. You can kick it out of trim. That means you kick the helicopter sideways, so that's like a wall. So like stops the helicopter and drops it down. But you'll see the airspeed will drop down to nothing, even though you're still going forwards. And then I put it right back in the trim. You see the airspeed pop all the way back. You'll see how. I'll show you that when we go out over here. So we're getting up to almost 800 feet, so it's good. So I'm gonna go carb heat. So our carb heat is all the way up. All our gauges in the green. It was good. Carb heat's good. No water. 800 feet. So I'm gonna start pushing forward to get my airspeed back. So I'm checking around. We're clear left. Clear right. Anyone coming up behind us? Can you see?
You're good now.
All right. So we know the winds are coming from that way. So I'm gonna go over to the middle over there. So I want about 65 knots again. 800 feet. We're still clear all the way to the right.
Yes, you're clear.
So the first thing you do with entering autos is you establish your airspeed, get everything set, so you're not like overcorrecting and fixing everything. That's the most important thing. Now once I do that, I'll kick it out of trim. It'll get loud in here with the wind coming through, you'll see. All right, so I enter on my auto. And 3, 2, 1. All right, lower collective, roll off, right pedal. So establish my airspeed, trim this now. So I'm kicking out of trim. Watch it. See that? Look, my airspeed come back like that. See that? Isn't that cool?
That's awesome.
But you know what? It drops me down. Let me roll up and recover. I'll come down and do the flare. So keep up forward airspeed. I'm a little slow. We got a wind, so that'll help us a little. So come down, come down, come down, come down. We'll start flaring, flare, baby flare, regular flare, baby flare, baby flare. Level out, and then we would touch down. And we do that closer to the ground. There's a helicopter out there.
Oh yeah, I see him.
All right, so let's take off. You can stay more this way because I know the wind's coming this way. You saw how the airspeed indicator,
it drops.
pitot tube was out, it dropped to nothing, and how loud it gets.
Yeah.
It's a little less loud during the winter when you have the doors on.
You're clear?
We're clear, right?
Yes.
That's pretty cool, right?
That's awesome, yeah. One day. You're waving.
Yeah.
One day.
All right, so we got 60 knots, perfect. So we get our climbing, we got amount of power, so just keep us at 60.
Okay.
And I'll pull a little more power. Yep, a little lower, so just get us 60, no problem.
Yep.
See, it's very, see how slightly you you didn't even push that much, and you saw how much it pushed over. You felt that, the porpoise.
Yeah, and I forget the also the delay. There's a slight delay.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, it takes a little time, but like to catch up to you. But that's why you always try to stay ahead of the ship because it has a delay. 120-725. Oh, get a little climb in. All the people on the beach.
Wow.
Look for sharks.
At 456 runway 15 right, is landing.
This will be the best way to go to the beach. Let's land.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Come land, go right to the land right on set. In the winter, we would go down by the beach, further down by Smith's Point or whatever. Beautiful, nice.
Oh.
I still think there's sand in the back from it.
The cleaning afterwards is probably horrendous.
Right. All right, so we got a radio antenna there, so let's just turn into the left of that.
Okay.
All right, so we're clear left. There's nobody coming up on our left.
Nobody
forward. I don't see anybody to the right. Generally, people are supposed to pass you on your right. So you always double check the right. Sometimes, they don't have a choice, so you just always make sure. Stay away from the antenna. They have wires. So I'll just give it a wide berth. There goes the fishing boats out of Captree. There's one right there. There's another one right there.
Oh, I see them. Wow.
They go into the inlet right here because all the fish going in and out to the ocean from the bay. I don't know, do you live on the South Shore or the North Shore? I don't know.
In the middle of the island.
Oh, the middle.
Yeah. So I need a little bit more.
Yep. Yeah, there's the Captree boat base where the boats go out. You see right there?
Yeah.
Perfect. Let me just get just a tiny bit of air. I know it slows down just to get the climbing just a bit more. Yeah, that's good. Perfect. Oh, I got a 500 foot. I didn't see that. It's hidden behind the cycle. You're flying great, so you picked it up right away. And you're keeping us like actually level. A lot of people at first, they're always like this to the drift. I was like, no, come over to the left, but still keep it forwards. Yeah. And you're keeping it nice and level and straight, so that's good. I appreciate that. Makes my life easier. You'll be stealing my job.
No, not yet. Not even close. All the stuff you just showed me to do, it's not even close yet. Oh.
Yeah, he said he works in the tower, which is pretty cool. I've never been in there. I really want to go in there.
I'll ask him to give you a tour.
Yeah, I really would like to go in there.
Okay, I'll talk to him. I'll be like, hey.
Yeah, go close to the rope, please.
Okay.
Talk to them too to be a little bit nicer to us helicopter pilots, because they're like more. They do more for the fixed wing, and they forget about us a lot.
Oh. No, I'll ask him. He probably has to do like a check thingy to go, but yeah.
Get approved.
Yeah.
They always say, oh, you just call over the tower, but.
If you ever want to see a military helicopter, I got you on that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Military?
Yeah.
Great.